What's good, fellas? Welcome to this presentation. This is Trey, and the topic for today is the Unbreakable Beast is not timid. All right? So what does that mean? The Unbreakable Beast is certain about what he's doing in life, certain when he's communicating to people, he knows what is his end goal. Why am I talking to this person? What do I want? What am I creating here? Right? When he's talking to a woman, he's aware I'm attracted to this woman and I'm leading her into a romantic or sexual relationship. Right? You can't be apologetic about that. Right? If you show that you're unsure or you're walking on eggshells, that's when the girl starts shit testing you. That's when she's going to try to move the interaction in a different direction, right? If you don't know your purpose, if you don't know what you don't have a vision, you don't know where you're going in life, you're going to have a hard time communicating to women because you don't know where to take the conversation, right? You don't know what your value is. You don't know what you're doing in life. So you're just going to come off as weak, right? And that's how you end up in a friend zone, right? Because why should she follow a guy who is timid, a guy who's unsure, a guy who doesn't know what he's doing, right? Even if you don't know what you're doing, don't communicate that, right? Because if you communicate that you're unsure, you're timid, I don't know what's going on, she is going to step into the masculine role. She's going to step into the alpha role. She's going to start leading. How can you create attraction if she is in the masculine energy and you are falling into the feminine energy? What's going to happen, right? She's in the masculine role. How are you supposed to create attraction? You have to step into the masculine role and you have to hold that energy so she can be feminine, right? And now we have the right dynamic, the correct dynamic, right? I've seen guys who they do get girls and they're not in that masculine role, but you can just see that the girl is she's kind of just settling, right? Maybe he's good looking, maybe he has something going on. She's like, oh, okay, whatever. But who knows what's going on behind his back, right? We don't know what she's doing behind his back. Like, and you see, girls cheat on guys and stuff. I've dealt with girls who, I'm in a certain relationship with her and she tells me later that she had a boyfriend the whole time or whatever, right? And why did she do that? I know for a fact that dude is not, being certain. He's not being masculine. He's not being alpha in his relationship. I know that's what it is, right? And she's seeking that elsewhere. Like when you are being masculine and you're grounded in your masculinity and you're alpha and you're leading, right? And you carrying that energy consistently, her focus is on you. It's when you step out of that energy. It's when you drop in energy. Now she starts looking elsewhere. Where's the alpha? Where's the masculinity? Because she wants to be in her feminine. It feels good for a woman to be in her feminine energy, to be able to be submissive and give that masculine role to you because she trusts you. But she's not going to trust you if you're not certain. If you're timid, if you're unsure, you know what I mean? If you're demonstrating that you lack confidence or lack self-esteem or you're insecure, shit like that, it's not going to work, man. So the goal or what we should work on as men is bringing up our certainty in ourselves, right? Working on our insecurities, right? Looking at our weaknesses and saying, how can I bring up my weaknesses or how can I amplify my strengths, right? And then how can I communicate in a masculine and alpha and leading way when I'm dealing with people, not even just women, people in general, right? Why would I want to communicate that I'm timid or weak to anyone? I shouldn't be communicating that to anyone, especially not women. If I want to create the right dynamic, right? If I want to create a romantic or sexual relationship, there needs to be that interaction of masculine and feminine energy. And every time you communicate with someone, depending on, the different moments in the conversation or communication, somebody's playing the masculine role and somebody's playing the feminine role. So if you want to create attraction with a woman, just know that you have to be playing that masculine role. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever approached a woman and picked her up by not, if I wasn't in the masculine role. Let's just put it that way. right? If I wasn't demonstrating that confidence, that certainty, if I wasn't leading, she's not going to give me her number. She's going to say I have a boyfriend or, you know, whatever excuse. But when I was grounded in my masculinity, when I demonstrate certainty, when I'm leading, right? When I'm demonstrating also an abundance mentality, right? So it's that attitude of, if she says no, it's her loss. Like you want to bring that attitude to the communication as well, where it's like, yo, I have an abundance mentality. There's one of me and there's plenty of women, right? And cold approach will help you with that, because once you start getting good at it, you know, in the beginning it's rough or whatever, but if you keep at it and you keep working on yourself, you're gonna start getting good at it. And once you start getting good at it and you truly internalize, I can pick up women, guess what attitude you start bringing when you're communicating to these women? You bring the attitude of, oh, if you mess up here, or you say the wrong thing, or you do the wrong thing, there's another girl that I'm just gonna go and she's gonna be with it, right? Like that's the vibe you want to communicate. It's like, you are not so amazing, right? There's another girl right over there, like literally, that might even be cuter or whatever. So like, but that's the vibe. And so that's where the confidence comes from. It comes from different things. It comes from your own self-respect, your own self-love. It comes from your accomplishments. It comes from you doing your shit. It comes from you being disciplined, right? And it also comes from you having that abundance mentality, right? Knowing that there's, 7 billion people in the world. You shouldn't have no one girl on a pedestal. That's just ridiculous, right? Especially if you don't even know her. Like when it comes to cold approach, you got to remember, we don't know these girls, right? We're just seeing the looks, right? The exterior. So let's not fall into that illusion of, oh, just because she looks good, I should put her on a pedestal and she's amazing, and if she says no, then I have no self-worth. Like, let's not fall into that. As I said, that's amateur thinking. That's beginner thinking. That's somebody who is in scarcity thinks like that, right? Somebody who gets women and understands that, you know, there's abundance in this world. He gets, yo, this is another human being like everybody else. She just happens to be physically attractive, so that gets my attention. But you still have to qualify her, right? You have to see yourself as a king, see yourself as a prize, right? And she has to qualify to be a part of your world, right? Your kingdom, a part of your creation. And that's the vibe. And that's that confidence needs to be there if you want results, right? Like if that confidence is not there, I'm telling you, you're going to have a hard time, you know, having any consistent success. And that's what I developed over time. It wasn't like I found a special thing to say. There's no special thing to do. It's just my certainty. It's my confidence. It's the vibe. It's the way you look at the girl. It's your body language, right? Your body language should say like, yo, I'll walk away if you say something stupid. Like, that's the vibe, because you know who you are. You know your value, right? And you know where you're going to. That's why you want to, you know, you want to have a vision of where you're going in life, and understand that you're a rising stock, right? If you start to believe that, and you'll believe that if you're actually taking action, right? Like if you're sitting around, you're not doing shit, then you know your future is not bright. So you're not going to communicate no confidence to this woman. But if you know what you're doing, you know you're putting in work, you know you've been consistent, you know you've been disciplined, you know you've been hitting milestones, bring that confidence to the woman when you communicate to her. Bring that vibe. Remember, there's an energy that she's feeling, right? So if you walk up to her and you're doubting yourself and, you know, you're not sure if she's going to like you and this and that, that's the energy you're bringing to the situation, to the interaction. And here's another thing you got to understand. If you step into the masculine role in an interaction, your energy is going to be the most influential, right? She's going to feel like whoever's in the masculine role, that energy is going to be felt the most. So if you go into that masculine role, but you're timid about it, you're weak about it, she's going to feel that timid energy. She's going to feel that weak energy. And guess what? She's going to feel something is off, and she's going to reject you, and she's going to figure out, why did I reject him? She's going to think about it logically later, but it's because the energy was off, right? There was some weakness in the energy. There was, you know, it wasn't, that certainty was not there, right? That conviction was not there. And so that's what you want to work on, man. How can I build up my confidence? How can I develop unbreakable self-confidence? How can I become a beast? Because that's what people respond to. They respond to that guy that shows up and he just looks at everybody. Yeah. I'm going to eat y'all for breakfast, right? That's the vibe. I'm going to eat y'all for breakfast because he knows his power. He knows his strength, man. He feels like a king. He feels like an emperor. He feels like a boss. When you show up, bro, your energy, people can feel it. So that's what we need to understand, man, is what we feel, others can feel, right? And women, we all know that women are attracted to confidence. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on how can I become more confident and how can I communicate that confidence? Because that's what it's all about. It's like you can think whatever you want or be however you want or feel however you want, but how can you communicate that to the other person so they get it without bragging, though? I can't brag. I can't go up to her and say, hey, I feel confident. No, I have to demonstrate my confidence through my body language, through what I'm saying, through my detachment from the outcome, right? Through my vibe, through my, through the look in my eye, right? Through the slight smile when I'm talking. The slight smile, you know what I mean? So just understand, man, it's like each day you should be improving, man. Each day, like just focus on the right things. Focus on developing more confidence. Focus on becoming more grounded in your masculinity. Focus on becoming more authentic in your expression. And just stop doubting yourself. Stop being timid and all that stupid shit. And I understand it's easy for me to say, oh, stop doubting yourself, stop being timid. I'll give you some advice on that, right? So here's what I believe, and you could kind of think about this and see how you feel about it. I don't believe that you doubt yourself. I don't believe that you are timid. I believe that your mind can be programmed in a way where your mind doubts you. I believe your mind can be programmed in a way where it's timid, where it's unsure and shit like that. But you got to understand, you are not your mind. You are not your mind. You are not your emotions. Once you decide that I am no longer timid, you're no longer timid. Like I remember, it was a decision that I made. I used to be the shy guy, the quiet guy that just passive and just lets shit happen or whatever. And when I got out of high school, I made the decision. I said, I'm no longer that guy. I'm going to go out and start approaching women. I'm going to go out and do something about my dating life. I'm going to go out and lose my virginity, right? I made the decision. My mind was still the old mind that's like, oh, no, you can't. No, you, right? So, but I rewired my mind. You have to rewire your mind, but understand you're not your mind. Your mind is made up of the old experiences you have in the past, like your old identity, the old bullshit, whatever. That's all in the past. But you're creating your future now, right? And you create your future by your present actions. So you, the spiritual being, has to step up and say, I am not my past. I am not that old identity. I'm not my mind. I'm not timid. I'm not weak. I'm not a pussy. I'm not none of that stupid shit. I'm not a friend zone guy. I'm not whatever that old identity is. You, the spiritual being, shows up and you challenge your mind and you start rewiring it. You get it on your side. Right? Like my mind is a lot of those old bullshit things that my mind used to do. It stopped doing it because I stopped associating with it. I stopped identifying with it. I started taking the opposite action. The shy Trey would have, stayed home and played video games all day, or he would have stayed home and made excuses or whatever. The Trey that's assertive and confident is going to go out and approach some girls. He's going to go to a party. He's going to hit the club. You start taking the actions of this new identity, right? Or this new beingness. And the reason this idea of being a beast is so powerful is because we know a beast would not be timid. A beast would not be weak. A beast would not be apologetic. A beast would, you know what I mean? A beast is a beast. He's aggressive. He's action oriented. He's assertive, right? He's a predator. He goes and attacks. He goes after shit. If there's a challenge, he's not gonna go the opposite direction. He's gonna go through the challenge. He's gonna go through the obstacle, go through the barrier, right? And that's the beast, man. And then being unbreakable. What does it mean to be unbreakable? It means you hold your frame. It means when somebody challenges you and tests you, you don't go back to the old version of yourself. You don't go back to that old identity. You stand firm in your new creation. You say, this is the new me, right? And it's creating this awareness, because I'm not saying anybody's perfect. Sometimes you're going to get tested or challenged, and you may, you know, have a hiccup or, you know, make a mistake or whatever. But you have the awareness to know, oh shit, I made a mistake. I'm not going to make that mistake again, right? You learn from that mistake. So now you get better, and then you keep getting better. You keep getting better. And before you know it, you become the guy that is achieving the goals that you set out, right? When I got out of high school, I said I wanted to get a girlfriend. I just kept creating this new trait that is attractive enough to get a girlfriend, right? Then I said I wanted to lose my virginity. I created this trait that loses his virginity. Then I wanted to get a rotation. I created the trade that gets a rotation. I wanted to pull from the club. You just create the version of yourself that you want to be. And I'm telling you, that version that hits your goal, he's not timid. He's not unsure. He's not weak. He's not a pussy. He's not lacking confidence. All these things we need to build up. And we can build it up. That's the great part. It's not like it's something we can't do. It's not like we don't, oh, how do I build my confidence? You just improve, man. You start doing the shit you say you're going to do. You start working on yourself. You look at different parts of yourself. And how can I improve? How can I work on my physique? How can I improve my mindset? How can I get more control over my emotions? How can I, whatever. And then you start taking action every single day, consistently, right? The reason I was able to get good at cold approach and be able to pick up girls and get dates and get a girlfriend and get a rotation and do all these things, because I was consistent. If I would have stopped when I hit the roadblock or the obstacle or the challenge, then I would have still been the same old Trey, right? You wouldn't know who I am right now, because I would damn sure wouldn't be doing a Facebook Live. That version of myself would not be doing a Facebook Live, that's for sure. That old version of me would not have went out and approached no girls. That old version of me would not apply himself and learn female psychology and understand how the male and the female dynamic works and understand attraction and seduction and all this social dynamics, right? But you put your work in and you will receive, man. You will get it back. All that energy that you put into your goals, it will come back to you. But it's going to require, you to have some certainty, man, and have some conviction and say enough is enough. I'm going to do whatever it takes to become the version of myself that gets the results I want. All right, so that's the advice for this video. If you're watching this and you're applying yourself, you're taking action, but you feel like, you know what, man, I would like some guidance. I would like some support. I would like feedback. I would like someone to help me along my journey. I'm committed. Right? You're committed to your goal and you know what you want and you know what you want to do, but you'd like some support. And that's smart, man. That's wise, because that's going to speed up the process. That's going to accelerate your results, right? So that's why I designed the Unbreakable Beast program, right? The program is designed for you to become your own version of an unbreakable beast, right? And the three main qualities, because I reverse engineered, what did I develop the most? What are the main qualities I developed? Grounded masculinity, authentic expression, and leadership. If you max these qualities out, right, there's always higher levels. But I'm saying if you just start focusing on these qualities and taking the right actions in regards to these qualities, I believe you can hit any goal. If you want a girlfriend, of course you can get a girlfriend. If you want a rotation, of course you get a rotation. If you just want abundance, right, if you just want the power to be able to go out and approach women and get dates and get numbers and have an abundance, you can do that, right? Whatever it is, if you work on these three qualities, these three qualities is what creates the unbreakable beast, unbreakable confidence, right? It's an 8-week program. It's one-on-one coaching. We jump on a call each week. I give you action steps to take throughout the week that's going to improve your character, the grounded masculinity, the authentic expression, the leadership. And you just keep doing this for 8 weeks, man. You turn into a beast. You'll see the results very quickly, right? 8 weeks is more than enough time. It used to be a 12-week program, and I cut it back to 8 weeks because I was like, yo, 12 weeks, it doesn't even take that long for you to become a beast if you are applying applying yourself properly, which I will help you with. Right? So it's the Unbreakable Beast program. It's $997 for the program. $997, so basically $1,000. Okay, and if you're someone who you don't have the $1,000, but you want to get started and you're committed, right? You can make a $500 down payment and then pay the other $500 in 30 days, and you'll be good, right? So that's another option, okay? But I'm telling you, this program is going to transform you. If you want to become an unbreakable beast, right? If you want to start getting women consistently, if you want to start becoming the version of yourself that you're proud of, if you want to start stepping up and getting more respect from people, from women, from men, from everyone, if you want to, become more grounded in your masculinity, more able to handle shit in your life, more able to handle tension, if you want to be able to express yourself more authentically and say the shit you truly want to say, and communicate the way how you truly want to communicate. If you want to be a leader, if you want to be able to lead, right? You want to be able to step into the unknown with confidence. If you want to be able to take calculated risk, right? If you want to be able to go after your passion and your purpose with high levels of energy, right? This is a program for you, all right? So if you want details, hit me up. And that's the end, man. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.